Hey, Friendos, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Ask Steve and Larson. And want to say thanks to all the Friendos out there for supporting Going In Raw. Without y'all, I don't know where we'd be. We'd be up Schitt's Creek.
We would be.
Look at the good thing we weren't live streaming the SmackDown thing.
Wow.
Because internet's a mess.
Wow. Looks like I'm uploading this when I get home.
It's a mess. Anyways, let's hop right
let's
into
answer some questions.
these questions. Here we go.
All right. I'm going to start with this one.
Wait, I want to start with this one because it's going to be our thumbnail.
Really?
Trey Saunders.
We have the same question leading off both threads.
I wonder if Kanuku Boneman is Trey Saunders.
I don't know.
Or maybe they're the same. I don't know. But two people evidently wanted to know this. That'd be kind of crazy.
That would be crazy.
Question is, if you're on your deathbed, what is your final meal?
Well, this is on death row.
Oh, wow. So this is probably two different people with basically the same question.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So essentially, what would be your final meal?
You know, interesting coincidence here. For some reason, I was watching Unsolved Mysteries today.
Well, that's not surprising.
That's not abnormal at all.
No, that's not surprising in the least.
But I think maybe stemming from that, I looked up what is it like on what kind of life do you have on death row? Like
We go. Never mind.
oh, you know why? Because
I was listening to Slow Burn at the gym today, so you say life on death row.
oh well, not in death row records. Not that could be like a party or a nightmare. I don't know, depending on the day of the week. I think.
Yeah, I know.
Or how close you are with Suge Knight. No, it was interesting because it was like, and I found this article. I think it was because somebody had been on death row and was exonerated in Unsolved Mysteries or something. And so I was like, man, what's like? And then I found out that the average, take a guess. What is the average amount of time somebody spends on death row?
24 years.
Actually, no, way below that.
Oh,
But
okay.
you always hear it's a long time. It's 15 years, still a pretty long
That's
time.
still a long time.
And I think like the stat I saw, like only 24% of people on death row actually end up getting executed. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like 52% of people have their convictions overturned.
Wow.
Right? Isn't that like a reason to get rid of the death penalty in the first place?
There's a lot of reasons to get rid of the death penalty.
Well, yeah, I mean, starting with there's a bunch of innocent people on death row.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you're about to take the I forget what they call it, but the walk down.
Dead man walking.
Yeah,
I've seen the movie.
There was something referred to as like a dance of some sort.
Yeah, I
because most prisoners, when they're headed towards the electric chair or lethal injection, or whatever, they like start freaking out, and it looks like a dance, which is like
It's horrible.
It's probably a terrible Elaine Bettis dance.
Yeah, it's a horrifying thing.
I don't want to go back that way. It's not funny.
No, it's not funny.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So, you're about to go down there. What's your
Iraq
final meal?
St. Louis style ribs.
Okay. Now, keep in mind, you're at like a Florida Supermax, and so they're not going to have exactly what you want.
Well, I'm not saying ribs made in St. Louis.
Okay.
It's a style of rib, a preparation of rib.
All right.
Dry rub, no sauce.
They're just gonna write down.
You know, there's barbecue in Florida. You can go to a place in Florida and ask for St. Louis style ribs.
They're just gonna say, okay,
They're probably there.
Ribs.
No, I can tell the difference.
Do they care?
No, I would. This is my last meal.
Yeah, you would.
My
the guy with no leverage.
My fleeting moments in life, I want to be satisfied.
All right.
And that being said, that's why I'm kind of going to cover my bases.
Yeah.
I want a 2 hamburger meal from McDonald's. I want that flavor in my mouth one more time.
Yeah, okay.
Do
they go to multiple places, though? What are the limits on a death row meal?
Better. I want a pizza, preferably round table.
You're asking for too much, buddy.
It's my last meal, man. This is what I would want. So my mom's banana bread.
I have bad news, man. This here says, according to the internet, final meals are generally limited to food that can be prepared on site.
Oh, get the fuck out of
here. Virginia prisons have a 28-day rotating menu. For example, hot dogs on the first day of the cycle, chili on the second.
Well, I guess we're not.
In Florida, the final meal can only cost up to $40.
Well, the ribs are going to blow through that.
Oh,
wow,
man.
That's lame. All right, well, now that reality's set in, I guess a hot dog, I guess.
So I'm looking at...
How much does a hot dog cost? $1.50?
If you go to Costco.
Give me 30 hot dogs. The hot dogs will get me before the lethal injection will.
Man. So this is a 17, the last meals of 17 death row inmates. So we're taking a look at an approximation maybe of somebody's. And this is from it's steak, pasta, fruit plate, sliced tomatoes, and cucumbers, chocolate, cake, and milk. So I would take this plate right here. You see this chocolate cake? I would say take this plate and give me nothing but chocolate cake and like 3 of these glasses of milk right here. Can you please make it whole milk and pretty cold?
I don't know, man. That's probably room temperature.
This looks good. What is this? 12 fried shrimp, bucket of original recipe KFC, French fries, a pound of strawberries for John Wayne Gacy. 33 counts of murder, and you get hooked up. I want this meal. This looks amazing. Timothy McVeigh
ice cream, huh?
had 2 pints of mint and chocolate chip ice cream. Ricky Ray Rector from Arkansas, steak, fried chicken, cherry Kool-Aid, pecan pie. I think they're just recreating these.
Yeah, I don't
the
think
same guy, unless the same guy is just a death row inmate meal
photographer.
Yeah,
something tells me that's not the case.
Oh, wow. Oh, what does this guy have? Steven Anderson, burglary and assault, escape prison,
toast,
7 murders.
Apple pie, and is that corn?
Corn and cottage cheese.
That's weird.
Some radish. Oh, this looks like a Denny steak breakfast.
That's Ted Bundy's.
Ted Bundy. We all know what he did. He declined a special meal, so was given the traditional last meal. Oh, the traditional last meal.
You get some eggs, a steak.
Steak, eggs over easy, hash browns, toast with butter and jelly, milk and juice.
Huh.
I'm good with that, but throw on some cheese on the eggs. But yeah, if there's a that's probably my jam right there. I'd be like, just hook me up with a big old pizza.
You say Red Baron for old time's sake.
Yeah, why not?
Well, someone got lobster there.
Somebody had a Reese's Pieces and a Coke.
Scroll back up. No, the other way. Lobster. Is that lobster?
Lobster and steak, man.
Wow.
And a Lord of the Rings DVD. You can watch it. What would be your last DVD, man?
Boogie Nights.
That's a good one because there's boobies in it, so you can get one last little.
I don't know if that's to be possible.
You go impotent in prison?
No, but it's like I just assume when you're getting the countdown to the execution, you're like watched at all times.
You've what?
You're being watched at all times.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh.
My last meal, yeah. I mean, look, if I'm limited in this respect, it's
oh man, is it McDonald's apple pie?
Looks like it, huh?
Oh man,
it's like a big ass pizza.
Give me some McDonald's.
I'd be like, let me try something new. How about a big old pizza, but then you put a bunch of McDonald's plain cheeseburgers on top of the pizza?
You can keep the pepperoni.
I'm gonna start experimenting for my last meal.
I know.
Why not? And some chocolate, can you give me a whole gallon of chocolate milk? Go down to the Wawa. I know they got gallons of chocolate milk.
There you go. Just give me a bunch of Wawa sandwiches.
Since I'm at Florida Supermax, it's got to be a Wawa.
Give me all the Wawa sandwiches. Tim Spulak, what is one movie you would love to see a prequel for?
Shawshank Redemption.
Black Hole. The Black Hole. That's my answer for any movie that needs to be remade, sequel, or prequel, because it's a good movie but not good enough that it's like untouchable.
A prequel to the Black Hole? There's a bunch of people in like space training?
No, that was the dude on the ship that has all the android people that created Maximilian, the huge robot.
Oh. Okay, I never saw Black Hole.
Oh, it's great.
It might be on Disney Plus.
It might be. I didn't check.
It
Condor Man is not on Disney Plus. I looked.
Oh wow.
The Witch Mountain movies are on there.
You didn't look for
I just kind of assumed. I have that on DVD, so it's not a huge deal.
Oh, gotcha. What's one movie you see a prequel to? Like Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Okay. Well, we kind of have that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Star Wars.
Star Trek Generations.
Kind of have that, Steve.
Rocky 2.
Kind of have that.
Okay. That's a movie I want to see a prequel for. You know, it'd be cool. Like a prequel to. So obviously, the year 2001 has already come and gone, and it looks nothing like the movie 2001.
No.
It would be kind of cool to see a movie that's like, 1991, but in the style of like that universe, what their design aesthetic is, which is like, now retro futuristic. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know, some beginnings of that stuff. Somebody else who encountered.
I kind of feel like the prequel of 2001 is in 2001.
They got the apes. They got the apes there.
Yeah.
Hey, a prequel to Clockwork Orange.
All right.
That'd be cool. Like, how did that world happen?
Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't it like the Russians took over England
like
or
that.
something
Yeah. Anyways, what do you got over
there? Let's see here. Minion. Larson, what is your favorite piece of guitar gear? And Steve, what is your favorite art creation item I use? It's an easy one for me.
Oh,
it's my iPad and the Procreate app with my Apple Pencil.
It'd probably be one of my pedals. I'm trying to decide which one. I just got a great one. There's this company out of Philadelphia. It's a guy.
Philadelphia.
He makes all the pedals by hand.
Yeah.
It's called Small Sound, Big Sound. Mm-hmm. And they have a bunch of really cool stuff. I only got my hands on one of the pedals so far. It's called the Mini. It's a little mini overdrive pedal. But it does way more than that. It could be like a pretty clean boost. You can crank it up. And it could be like a really raspy fuzz pedal.
That's cool.
I've only really played around with it for like a half hour because I just got it.
Yeah.
And I ditched my old fuzz pedal, which was a Big Muff. Because regardless of what you do with a Big Muff, it sounds like a Big Muff. You can turn the fuzz down, it still sounds like a Big Muff.
Yeah.
It's either a bassy Big Muff or a tinny, trebly Big Muff. There's not a whole lot of variance in sound of Big Muff.
Are the electronic pedals... Do they do a decent job approximating real pedals, like the ones that are plugins?
Oh, I haven't
for audio programs.
I haven't messed around with those a ton.
Have you done any research into them?
No, not a ton. I've been recording with the amp simulator on my laptop, and there's pedal options in there, and some of them are supposed to be based on real pedals.
Yeah, sure.
But I've never done like a side by side. The amp sims are decent. I mean, it's not perfect, but the one I've been messing with, you can move the mics around the room, the virtual room and stuff to get different sounds and stuff like that. So it's handy. The Friendo Club little jingle I wrote and anything else I do in the future, in the near future at least, will be done through that, since I don't really have a place where I can set up a mic to mic and amp.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else is on my board right now. That and then my Death by Audio reverb machine is really cool. Again, I just got a power supply. I'm waiting for my power supply to show up so I actually have power for all my stuff. So I can run them all at one time. Because right now I have like one wall wart thing to plug in for the pedals that you can't use batteries for.
Ultimate power.
Yeah, it's coming together. I'm almost there.
D Minor says, would you ever want to see a slap competition up close?
Yeah, man.
I would love to be there in person.
Yes.
If the question is, do you want to be involved?
No.
I would die to be there in person. Could you imagine how amazing that is?
That'd be great.
Oh my God, that'd be extreme. That'd be so extreme.
James Rodriguez, if you could spend 1 month learning a skill from a well-renowned professional, what skill would you learn, and who would be your teacher? Excuse me. Since I'm into the music stuff, I want to sit under the learning tree of My Bloody Valentine's Kevin Shields, because I like their music, but their records sound amazing.
Yeah.
I just want to know how to record guitar to make it sound that huge and all-encompassing.
Yeah, sure.
That's all I care about in terms of recording music, right now at least.
Man, I don't know.
If you know how to do that, your gear is almost, you can have cheap gear, expensive gear, but if you know how to record it well, man.
I would probably, this is kind of a boring answer, but I would probably want to sit down with somebody who knows, probably something related to what we do. Here's the thing, so you guys know I like to dabble in the illustrative arts, but you can sit down and watch people do their drawing is practice. And there's a lot of knowledge, but a lot of that knowledge is done through trial and error. You can sit down and watch people draw and it's you can't sit there and watch somebody ply that trade and get it. You got to do it.
Yeah, you got to do.
And the results are there. The results show up. The more I remember when I was really heavy into doing comics, there was a span of time when I was doing it all the time, and it was noticeably better. It got noticeably better. So I'm not really sure sitting down with somebody would really help improve the craft that much. However, there are plenty of tips and tricks with After Effects that I just don't know about. And so I don't know, probably something along those lines. Or I've always wanted to know how to take care of cars. If I actually had a month to do nothing and just learn a craft from somebody, maybe I'd sit down with a mechanic and be like, okay, let's start from the beginning.
Show me how it's done.
Yeah.
Guion Halili, top 5 kung fu or karate movies of all time. I've seen some kung fu karate movies, but I'm not as well versed as I would like to be.
I'm not. Me neither.
Like I've seen some of the Shaw Brothers stuff.
Yeah.
Like Story of Ricky's ridiculous but fun.
Like the Jackie Chan movies that came out in the 90s, like in the late
stuff,
90s. He's very entertaining, but like otherwise I can't really, it's not really my thing. Like one is no different than the other for me for kung fu movies.
Have you ever seen Story of Ricky?
Oh, that's the one that's like the super extreme one. Yeah. When it's like people are like punching holes through each other.
Yeah.
That is very entertaining stuff.
Wildly entertaining.
I'm not sure if I could watch the whole hour and a half of it though.
Oh, you'd be surprised. They
I watched them? Maybe
they keep up with the ante in that movie, man.
Yeah, maybe.
The end's pretty crazy.
Those Bollywood movies are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they like when they have like dudes, because the CG, they don't worry necessarily about the perfection of the CG. They worry about executing the idea, and the ideas are always batshit crazy. Like the action movies are super batshit. I always like that kind of stuff. Black Manson, I'm going to try to get you down to one answer.
Okay.
Because he says favorite rappers or hip hop musicians. Just give us your number one.
Are we talking all
Your
time?
number
All
one
time or just
active
right
all
now?
time.
Oh.
You gotta go to a desert island with one rap or hip hop album. What is it? For me, it's easy. It's Dr. Dre's The Chronic.
That's a good answer. Shoot. I can't give you two.
No. One.
It's tough.
Is that the name of the album?
No.
It's tough.
Because part of me is saying Public Enemy.
Okay.
And then also like Stankonia by Outkast is really good.
Yeah. What was the one that we used to listen to?
Fear of a Black Planet. That's a really good album.
Ooh,
I like that album a lot.
that first couple tracks.
Oh man, there's
know.
very few albums that kick off as strong as that
that
album
might be
does.
a wrestling theme to go with the opening right there.
Oh, Brother's Gonna Work It Out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh
song.
man.
That,
Gonna work
Welcome
it
to
out.
Terradome. That'd be a
Yeah.
good theme too. Yeah, I'll go with that
down.
one. Because that's like,
That's classic.
I mean, I've listened to hip hop, since probably early 90s, but that's like been the one constant, since I discovered that in, 96.
Yeah.
A couple of years after it came out.
Yeah.
But that's like the one thing I've continuously listened to, for sure. So I guess I have to go with that one.
Thor Marquez, biggest pet peeves in public. He says he hates the smell of cigarettes.
Yeah, they don't smell good. I can't stand, this is public, private, wherever. I can't stand to hear people chew or eat. Sorry, I can't stand to hear people eat.
So the one superpower you would never want then would be super hearing.
I'd hear everybody eating. It would drive me it'd be absolutely insane.
It'd be a nightmare.
I can't stand it.
Yeah. My one biggest pet peeve in public. Oh, so mine is just so people just being too loud. Like, for whatever reason, whenever I go to the movies, I always end up sitting near somebody who's just obnoxiously loud. Actually, I can't say that's not really true. There was a period of time when I would just end up sitting near like obnoxious ass teenagers. Ever since the dawn of the reserve seat, giant freaking recliner seat, everything's been cool with that.
All right.
But I just don't like people being like super loud and obnoxious. I can't stand it.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the phone. No,
Yeah.
That's boy.
I have the ability to tune that out far more.
I can't.
Far more. Not that I can't totally, but far more than just that sound of.
See, that doesn't
me up the
really
wall.
bug me that much. For me, it's just loud. I don't mind. It's funny though, because I don't mind loud babies. I don't mind if a baby's crying. I just feel for the parent. That doesn't bug me at all because I'm like, oh, poor baby. But if it's just some idiot being so loud, oh, that's irritating. Trey Saunders again is enough of this, man. The Nightmare Before Christmas, is it a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? It is both.
I've actually never seen it.
It is both. Oh, it's a terrific film.
Caleb McGinnis, hypothetically, Larson is injured in a freak accident. The doctor makes the decision to try out his miracle new treatment and transfers Larson's brain into a robot.
Sweet.
Larson,
Lucky you.
I don't know about that. Larson, how mad are you that you now need to live as an android? Steve, how jealous are you that Larson gets to be a robot and you don't?
Through the roof jealous.
I would kindly give it to you if I can have my human form back.
I'm not sure we can. What is it? A brain transfer? Like that was an emergency brain transfer.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want to trade my robot body for your body. That's not what I'm saying. I want my body back.
You don't get it.
I know.
Okay, then there's a decision then. Would you rather my body or a robot body? I died. They're like, oh, Steve, he's brain dead now. We're going to pull the plug.
Here's the thing.
You're a robot. You hate it.
If there's a choice between a robot body and just like a body of person I don't know, it's still really weird. Like, I want to be a human. I don't want to be a robot. I want to be human.
Okay, well, I'm human. Congratulations.
But I know you. And that makes it really weird. I look in the mirror and I see your face, but it's my brain inside there, my consciousness.
That make you very happy.
I mean, looking at you now, I don't know about that. All right, so it'd be too much.
Yeah.
It'd be way too much.
Okay, but what would your decision be? You're stuck in a robot body or you're me?
I'm in a robot then.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Man.
Because I can eventually get used to robot body.
Okay, but you don't get any sensation when you touch your wiener. On the other hand, you'd have to touch my wiener to get sensation there.
Nope. That's what I'm talking about. Too many weird little situations. It's like looking in the mirror. It's like, oh, I'm out of bed. Larson's happy. Look in the mirror and it's Steve staring at me.
You look down, you see my dick.
I don't want any of that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Larson. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I'm pessimistic about that. Philly Flexer, do you dip your steak in steak sauce, pour it on there, or no sauce at all?
Is this
if it's a good piece of meat, then it doesn't require anything. Just a little bit of salt and pepper.
No sauce at all.
I want to taste meat.
Just dip it in ketchup.
Oh God.
No, I agree with you. If it's good, you don't need it. But if it sucks, then you got to do something, man. Got to get some sauce in there.
Yeah, maybe.
But I dip it if I do sauce, I dip it.
Yeah. Although if it's like a whiskey peppercorn sauce, you bathe that steak in there. Yeah, that's good. Jay Sean Lawrence, what was his other question? He had a question for the other thread, for the SmackDown one.
Oh God, what was that?
Anyways, if you could be reincarnated into an animal, what would it be? It's like a dog, a well cared for dog. Like my dog has it pretty good.
Oh yeah, but your dog seems miserable. And they only live like 15 years. That sucks. If I could be in an animal, fuck. Oh,
that or a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Life as a dinosaur would probably be wild, man.
I saw this fucking hilarious Twitter. It wasn't even really a thread. It was somebody like posted 4 pictures, all from different artists, from different books or whatever, internet articles, and it's all like nobody ever talks about the genre of picture that is dinosaurs staring up at the sky as the asteroid comes down.
Yeah.
And then like some scientist guy retweeted and commented on it and said, here's the thing, none of those pictures are even factually accurate. Because if an asteroid hits, you're not going to fucking see the thing streaking through the sky. It doesn't work that way. It's just a white flash, and then you're asking yourself, why am I on fire? Because that's how it works.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I laugh so hard.
That's pretty
I would be some sort of bird and just try to exist above it all. Because everything on the ground is fucking terrifying.
You'd fly into a plane engine.
Yeah, you're probably right. But that's a quick death right there.
I guess so.
That's not getting eaten alive by I don't know, a coyote or something.
My dog's not going to be eaten by a coyote.
Yeah, my dog has it really good. I don't know. I'd probably be my dog. But she's always like...
My dog's grumpy just because she's old.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, she's not grumpy. I just think she's moderately uncomfortable because her hips are getting bad.
Yeah, poor thing. Yeah, Turbo was pretty uncomfortable at the end.
What was Jay Sean's other question?
Gypsy's not going to age well. She's already got so much gray hair on her. She's only like 7 years old. Jay Sean says, what are your thoughts on the ending of Lost?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
It was garbage, man. It was garbage. I thought that they had actually set up the last season. The season finale of the second to last season was, I thought, pretty solid. They did like some nuclear thing, right? I don't know what it was.
Yeah, there was a nuclear thing in there.
But like, this is kind of cool. I thought Lost was actually very entertaining when they were diving into the sci-fi aspect of things. And then the last season was that purgatory bullshit.
It was always purgatory. I always had the thought of initially the island itself was going to be purgatory.
That's what it was going to be in the first place.
And then people caught on to that too quick, like, oh, people figured it out,
and
we got to change it.
I know they should have stayed away from that, but that last season they decided to dive back into it. I'm like, fucking, why did you had some really, really, really cool, interesting sci-fi ideas going on there, and then you mixed it in with, the human element, which I thought was also really well done. And then you ruin it by going back to the purgatory thing. I thought it was so bad.
That final scene where they're in that kind of like...
Awful.
Oh,
terrible.
Bad.
So bad.
Bad.
Really bad. Really bad.
The
only show that really well, I'm not going to say the only one, but Battlestar Galactica, the season finale for that caught a lot of heat. They dove into the spiritual aspect of things in a really, really well done manner. Mm-hmm. I thought it was really, really well done.
Yeah. Guion, how would you book an amalgam universe between the Saw franchise and the Disney Princess franchise?
Jeez, that's dark.
It is.
That's too dark.
I know. That might be too much. Too much.
He's got another question.
Yeah, Guion, who is more adorable, Baby Groot, Baby Yoda? It's Yoda.
Oh, it's Yoda.
It's definitely Yoda.
They almost go overboard, but it doesn't matter. I love it all with Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
But Baby Groot's really cute. But then when you think of Baby Groot, you can't help but think of
Diesel.
Teenage Groot. Well, that too. And Teenage Groot's kind of a jerk.
Just AJ says, so far I'm a huge fan of Mandalorian. I think what I love most about it, excuse me, had chili for dinner. That was a bad idea when I have to record a show. 2 shows, 3 shows. I think what I love most about it is the fact that it's a story happening in Star Wars universe. My question, do you know anything about the Old Republic stories in the Star Wars universe? And if so, what would you think of that as a movie or TV show? So much amazing content. No idea.
I don't know anything about it. I got a couple of the extended universe, whatever they called it, the expanded universe. In comic book form, there was a Timothy Zahn book.
Oh, yeah, he had a series of books.
Yeah.
Dark Empire, right?
Dark Empire?
Yeah, I had the first one of those.
The comic book, right? I think it was Cam, somebody did the art.
Yeah, that comic book was good.
It was really good. It was
good.
really well done. And it seemed like they were taking, like, they were sort of, it was like, oh, this is a thing that we want to really try to make it exist in canon. And I thought it was really good. But then after that, they did like a bunch of stuff, and I don't know how good it was.
Yeah. The Rain Trigger, what's your most controversial non-wrestling political opinion?
Oh, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, same here.
Nope, not doing that one.
Nope.
Try again. Sorry, I know this is like non-wrestling, but like, I don't know. I just don't want to. Politics are too much right now. Like they're too much. How about this? Let's say this. Who would have won in that push-up contest between Biden and the guy who asked him about his son? Did you hear about that?
I heard about it.
The guy was a big portly guy. I don't think he would have won.
I don't know. Probably not Biden.
I think Biden would have won.
I don't know, man.
There was too much confidence behind him.
That's all bluster. Just AJ, have you watched the new HBO Watchmen show yet?
No.
Damon Lindelof's behind that.
Yeah, I know. I've heard good things. I've heard mixed things, but like the only person I've heard that doesn't like it is Elliot.
Interesting.
Elliot seems like really he seemed really skeptical from the beginning though.
Yeah.
But other people like it. I'm waiting until we're done with a bunch of the shows we're watching right now.
Guion, what weapons would you have if you were in G.I. Joe? Or what would your theme be? I guess the theme of your character. What was his name? Zartan, the swamp guy? Is that his name? Zartan?
Yeah, he could change color?
Yeah.
Or he could be translucent or something?
No, you put the character, the figure in like warm water and he'd change color, yeah.
What weapons? So I was never a G.I. Joe kid.
Oh man. Snake Eyes. That's what I would like. I'd be
he
Snake
was the
Eyes.
coolest.
Yeah, man. He didn't talk.
Who was his brother?
Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow. Yeah.
He's a member of Cobra.
Yeah. Or what would my theme be? I mean, I know kind of about G.I. Joe. I mean, I'd be, my main recollection from G.I. Joe are those great little redubbed shorts. So I'd be the guy who's like, who wants a body massage? Body massage, go. Or,
pork chop sandwiches.
Pork chop sandwiches. That'd be me.
Yeah, that would be you. Gary MacArthur recast a blockbuster movie.
Okay, name a blockbuster movie.
It's a blockbuster movie without a huge cast.
Without a huge cast, like Castaway? Rebook Castaway?
Yeah, there you go, Castaway.
Okay, who's going to be the Castaway?
Yeah, who's Tom Hanks?
That's a solid movie, by the way.
Yeah,
It's a really good movie. Like Anna Nicole Smith.
Interesting. I was thinking Gravity with Carrot Top.
Gravity with Anna Nicole Smith. No, how about this? Castaway with Anna Nicole Smith. And then Gravity with that super old guy she dated.
Oh, God.
She married.
Oh, what's his name?
I don't remember. If you know that dude's name, I will be very impressed.
Charles something, I want to say.
Hold on.
I'm looking at Charles Hubbard's name, and that's so Charles crosses my mind. He asks, which movie universe would you want to live in?
Which movie universe would I want to live in? Well,
Jay something, wasn't it?
Jay Peterman?
J. Howard Marshall?
Smith something.
No, that was the first one. I think it was J. Howard Marshall. Was the old guy.
No, it's just... Oh, yeah, okay. Smith. Oh, she died. Yeah, that's right. She died. I forgot she died. Stern.
That was her lawyer.
No. Oh, that's right.
I think
Boy.
it was J. Howard Marshall. But scroll up, it says what the names of spouses.
Good point. J. Howard Marshall.
Yeah, J. Howard Marshall.
Wow. Look at that guy. Boy, he went out nicely. Probably motorboating. God.
All right, which movie universe would you want to live in?
Well, not the Marvel universe. That place seems like a fucking nightmare. How about like the Castaway universe?
All by yourself about Boogie Nights.
Oh, I want to live in the Boogie Nights universe, man. So many STDs and donut store robberies. What movie universe? Like, would you want to live in Star Wars? Seems like no. I would love to live in the Star Trek future.
Yeah, man.
That'd be dope. I have a freaking replicator that's gonna make me.
You just want the holodeck.
I want the holodeck and replicators. That's what I want. Make me a number 2 from McDonald's or the 2 cheeseburger.
Make me a number 2.
Here, give me some fake shit.
Well, it's a replicator. Unless you say fake, you're gonna get real poop.
It just like beams over fucking Riker's log.
Literally.
Yeah. He's like, well, where'd that thing go? Somebody ordered a crap.
Number 1's number 2.
Number 1's number 2. Anyways, that's it for Ask Stephen Larson. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.